we're still fucking going.
The Monday Sports Report, guys.
Here we
brought
go.
to you by Yakult. And this little plush that has been sent into the studio.
Tough Man Refresh.
For real?
It's for Tough Man Refresh. You
I
know
thought
what?
you brought that back from Japan.
Not the Yakult thing. I thought that might have been you, but I do have my Tough Man Refresh. You know what? I reckon they can be our unofficial sponsors for the Monday Sports Report.
Tough Man Refresh.
What we need to do, because we do this, we should try and get in contact with Tough Man Refresh and see if they can actually sponsor us. That should be a little something the producers
Little known
do.
fault that. Did you know that Tough Man Refresh is actually Yakult?
Yeah, it's
Oh, they were given out of...
That's why I
that's
said it. Yeah,
What
yeah,
the
yeah.
hell?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you thought
Those
I brought
are
it.
yeah,
the
yeah.
Maybe we did. Maybe this is straight from the Japan trip.
I thought that was like the biggest coinkydink ever.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
No.
Is it a
it's Yakult.
Yeah.
Yakult drink, so Tough Man Refresh?
It says on the
Same
bottom.
brand, yeah.
Japanese energy drink.
It's
Yeah.
the only other thing you can read on the can.
They're delicious, by the way, those Tough Man
They
They
Refreshes.
weren't bad.
Talking about Japan and dugongs.
Yeah.
No, we're not really. It's a sport thing. But we went over there for the World Masters, and the dugong was our mascot.
Yep.
Do you know they can smother people? I was at Lady Elliot the other day, and someone was telling me that a dugong attacked someone and pushed them to the, tried to drown them
Oh, my God.
and pushed them to the
Yeah.
ground. They didn't, because then they were fighting it, and then they relaxed, and the dugong let them go.
So it's not sexual.
Well, I don't think so.
For the
For the
for the
dugong.
dugong.
Well, not
For
necessarily.
the human.
But you think they're nice and friendly things, don't you?
Yeah.
I've never really thought about it. The one we had in Japan was a bit frisky, actually. I had some problems with it one
Did you?
night. Yeah,
Very
What did it
handsy.
do?
yeah.
Got its flipper on
I
you?
woke up and had a flipper on my bum.
Did it? That cute.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Well,
Very
not
good.
really.
Anyway, what was a sport? This is a sport thing.
This is a sport podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Last hook.
Look at the...
I hope of all the great songs in the world that it's not that one that my brain chooses to
Oh, today.
replay all day.
Earworm.
Yeah.
Dugong.
I thought you were going to say as you lay down for your final rest in many years to come, and as you're just fatty.
Oh, God help me.
Now imagine that.
Also known as a manatee.
I've had a great life.
I'd actually just have a look at the crowd numbers for the AFL over the weekend.
Go on.
Brisbane Lions versus Richmond, 27,200.
That's pretty good.
Excellent. We had 25,000 at the Women's State of Origin on Thursday, and then 149,000 and change across Magic Rounds.
And then
over the
Macklemore
days.
was on Friday night as well, which
Of
would
course
have been
he
a
was.
sellout at River Stage. So there's another, 10?
Doomben 10,000. Probably had another 15 of that.
Tell you what,
Yeah.
Brisbane's living at the moment.
Yeah.
What's
Huge.
going on?
Hager
Perfect
was-
weather.
Macklemore bringing the Broncos into it with the Ansett Australia Broncos jersey
Love that.
he wore on stage.
When
That's a
did
great
Ansett
get.
sponsor the Broncos?
Yeah, oh, that would have been 95, 96, I reckon. Yeah,
Po-
maybe.
Post powers or pre powers?
No,
Post
no,
first.
hours.
Post powers.
Geez, they might actually. I think they did Super League as well. I want to say they did Super League. So that was 97. Yeah.
Dugong,
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's
So, Lutzi, did you say you got to Magic Round on Saturday? Some of
Yeah.
Saturday. Yeah. Which game did you?
The last two. So I missed the first
Oh,
one.
okay. Yeah. Well, the game of the round, the Sharks
Yeah,
and Roosters,
Roosters.
and then the game of the Wannabes, the Cowboys and
yeah,
Rabbitohs,
yeah.
desperately fighting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you who won that last game. Who won it?
Oh, not rugby league. The Cowboys did. I left halfway through that game, so I had to dart off to a wedding up the sunny coast, and I listened to the coverage and the commentary. They were ruthless on that game. They were just like, it ended like, well, absolutely far and away, no doubt about it, the worst game of Magic Round so far. Will be going down, and the Rabbitohs are rudderless, and they interviewed Jai Arrow, and I've never heard commentary like it, where instead of interviewing the player and asking him about the faults of the team, they basically told him, and we're just waiting on his response. And then he would reply, but not in the way that they wanted. So they doubled down on how shit the team is and how rudderless they are and the lack of leadership that Latrell Mitchell and Cody Walker are showing.
Really?
Your comments, Jai, and he had, it's a 2024 political player answer, 110%, blah, blah, blah. And
Credit to the boys.
Credit to the boys' shortcomings, and we've got some things to work on. And
To be fair, though, like every other game before that was unbelievable. Like
Yeah, they're all close games.
Because I was obviously I'm a Roosters fan, but I'd seen
Good quality.
pretty much
too.
every game up until that point, and I was invested in all of them. Like
Yeah.
they all went down to the wire.
I was invested financially in that series. I've backed those the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, the Bunnies, yeah.
I've just thought, they're going to come good. They played last week. They played someone.
Oh,
I know it was
yeah.
going to be a huge upset, but I was like, no, they'll come back. They'll be good.
They lost.
And then I think I'm going to
Dragons.
Dragons.
Yep.
So I thought they'll beat the Dragons. Didn't. Then I tipped them again. I thought they have to come good. They have to come good.
Yep. Well, Latrell come out and scored an early try, and you're like,
this-
this is going to be one of those games where
That
he
was
actually
good.
switches it on. Yeah.
This time last year, exactly this time last year, they were on top of the table.
Yep.
The best team in the competition.
Mhm.
Exact same personnel. They've
Well,
hardly
more.
won,
They
they've
got
hardly
Jack
won a
White
game
now.
since then.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Jack White and back. And then this week they play Parramatta.
Oh, jeez.
Like, how do you pick it? The Parramatta's lost like a shitload on the trot now too. How do you pick a winner for that? How do you know who's going to win that?
Is Moses back? Because he was a
No, I
chance
don't
to
think he
come
will
back
be.
this week.
I
No,
don't think he
he's
will
out
be.
again, is
No.
he?
Because
Wow.
like, here's the thing, right? If Parramatta,
Gutherson's out.
they're not going to risk him because if Parramatta bring him back this week, he'll play Origin. So they're going to go, well, let's give you another week off.
Yeah.
But like, I thought to talk about Latrell, I know he got heaps of booze. I thought he played really well. I thought he played.
He's a booze, did he? Booze, like
Oh,
boo.
like everyone, yeah, like
I
that.
thought he was on the pitch.
No, probably after the game. No, I thought he did well. I thought
would've
Latrell
been
did
good,
okay,
actually.
to be
I'm
honest.
just going to get
Yeah.
a drink. I'll be back.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like a game. Like they were absolutely desperate, both teams. It still worked out to be a good contest. And that's what up until the end of the Warriors Panthers game, we'd had 6 games so far. There were 25 points in total of the margin. So there's an average of 4.16 or whatever it ended up working out to be of a margin between all games so far. And then the Storm come out and just absolutely destroy the Eels. And it looked like the Dolphins are going to run away with it like that against the Tigers as well. But otherwise, yeah, really close weekend. And that Warriors win against Penrith was awesome. That
I was playing
excellent.
golf. I had it on my golf cart. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It looked like that was a really good game. Hey, who do you reckon they'll pick as the Queensland 5'8"? If Moneyman is out, okay? So you've 2 options you got to think of: Dearden or Wham Bam.
Yeah.
Ezra Mam. Like,
I'd love to
who
see-
do you pick?
They won't do, man.
They might no. I think they
I'd
get
pick
Dearden.
Ezra.
They probably bring Dearden in, like, because he's been there before. I know the
He
team's
played
struggling.
great. And when
but-
they brought him in last time, he was great.
Yes,
But
yeah.
what about Wham
And he
Bam?
was thrown straight in, like that was his first. And it's like, hey, you've got to be the halfback for the side. This is yours to run. Whereas I don't know. I want Billy to do what Queensland has been doing for nearly 20 years now. Like once Mal come in and really sort of said, we're going to
Pick
have
the
the
stick.
old boys and we're going to bring the next 5 years worth of talent and just have them hanging around the training sessions. I want Ezra there.
Yeah, I think he will
used to
be.
what it feels like.
Yeah.
Last time Ezra played in like a big match on the biggest stage.
Scored 3 tries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, he's a superstar.
Yeah.
He's a
He-
match winner.
Here's the thing, though, right? As
Go and
a
have a look. Go and have a look at his YouTube. His Queensland Cup highlights, like when he was 18, 17, 18, just carving up men. Like he's a superstar.
And just to have that combination of him and Reece Walsh in
well,
Origin.
as a Blues fan, I know we've been chatting a lot about New South Wales selections because they've had a few injuries. As a Blues fan, I would not want to see Mam there. Like I'd rather see Dearden, and Dearden's a good player. Like, and he's done it against us before.
they're just-
but Mam is
they're just different
unpredictable,
footballers,
and
aren't
that's
they?
what I hate about Cam Munster. Is like he scares the shit out of me. As a New
Well, they
South
can
Wales
just do
fan.
those in the Origin. They can just do those one little things like.
Well, they
Man
did it
can-
in
chip and
Adelaide.
chase like Man does.
In
Like,
Adelaide.
they can win an Origin
Cam
for
Munster. Cam Munster nearly ruined Nico Hines' career,
Yeah.
Origin career, with one step. Like ran around him.
you. Yeah,
So
right,
he's
right in
a
front of
freak.
us.
He's a freak. Such a good player.
Did he
I'd
play
pick
himself?
Mam.
I know Moses is out. Yeah, man.
Would ya?
Like Nico, he assured himself of that jersey.
Can
on
I
the
say I
weekend.
wasn't 100% keen on him until I saw him play in Magic Round? And I admittedly, I don't watch a lot of Sharks games, but we kind of spoke about it before where when you see him live, you get to watch them up close and personal, and I thought he was really good.
He played well. Yeah.
I would, even if Moses was fit, I reckon I'd have Nico.
Okay.
Because he offers a little bit of that unpredictability himself, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you guys... Again, okay, who would you... Well, I know
I'll pick-
Ash's opinion on this. You don't like Nico. I mean,
I'll pick
Moses.
Nico Hines over Moses.
Yeah, Moses just doesn't scare me. That's
Exactly.
I know he's a great player.
Yeah.
like he's
He's just very... He just
couple
does the
hundred NRL
basics.
games under his
Does the
belt.
basics well, but
Yeah.
there's no sort of external threat, right?
And how cut up are you as Jerome Luai? Not
Nico
that we give a
doesn't scare
shit.
me that much either, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
right. Yeah. No, I'm just thinking like Jerome Luai, like he's been there. He's been there alongside Nathan Cleary when they have won Origin games. Not as many series as what they would have liked. He's won 3 straight premierships. No, he wasn't there for the second half last year. It doesn't matter. He's in there the top team. Yet Nathan Cleary's out, and no one talks about picking Jerome Luai. It's like how cut up you. Like without him, we don't want
No
you anywhere
Cleary,
near
no
it.
Luai.
Yeah.
He's never going to get
Agree.
picks.
And then that hospital. I actually want to show Suze because you would have seen none of Magic Round yesterday. That hospital pass that Luai threw in the later stages of the game.
I know what a hospital pass is.
Yeah, he threw it to his 5'8". He was playing halfback
Oh,
yesterday.
yesterday?
Yeah.
I haven't seen this
Oh,
yet,
the end of the
yeah.
game. Okay, so he's thrown it, and it's eventually they do a penalty where they could have won the game. Okay, right here. Oh, they haven't got the pass there. Okay, Luai throws this absolute hospital pass to his 5'8", And as his feet hit the ground, I'm going to play it for you guys, but just talking on audio here. As he hits the ground, this Warrior bloke absolutely smashes him, and you watch what happens afterwards, Suze. No, great tackle, nothing illegal about it. He dropped the ball, but it went backwards, no problem for the Panthers. But a big problem for the number 6 who just caught it. As we see, here he is, walking along, struggling. Just the tube
projectile vomit.
Oh, you didn't say that either.
No.
Oh yeah. Hang on. I'll just for
just
buzz.
water,
Yeah, I'll have to show
isn't
you
it?
after. It was, and it just made the cut for on air, and the whole crowd reacted to it.
What's he? Is
And
that just like
it'd have to
is
be
that
just
exhaustion?
like
What is that?
I think just he
Head
got hit
knock.
right in the
Think
chest
it's-
from that
Oh,
tackle.
right.
Yeah,
Oh, that's the guy
that was the guy that got
That's
tackled.
right.
Yeah, he got absolutely
That's good TV director, isn't it?
Wow,
yeah
How
cut
fast
away.
does it come out?
what a brutal sport.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Like, he had to have broken his ribs there. He'll play.
reminds
He'll
me-
play this week. That bloke.
Probably. Yeah.
That
yeah.
reminds me of Reece Walsh. Do you remember? I can't remember who he was playing against. He did the backflip, then vomited out blue. Do you remember that? The blue Gatorade?
Really?
I don't
Do
think.
you remember-
I don't think he's done a backflip since I think Kevin
No,
went and
yeah.
said, "Mate, come on, you
He
gotta
scored a
cut that out of your
try,
game."
did a backflip. That was early last year, I think. And he did a backflip, then vomited out, and it was just blue Gatorade coming out.
But yeah, huge success over the weekend. That's the 5th Magic round, the 4th straight because had a gap over the COVID, and guaranteed it for another 3 years here in Brisbane.
What did they do over COVID?
They just didn't do it. They started it in 2019 Magic round, and then 2020 hits. They didn't do it, and then 2021 was COVID affected, and but it was still pretty strong. And then it's just gotten bigger and better every year. And the NRL actually shut down Caxton Street on Friday afternoon. They went and laid out all the fake turf and shut it down.
Can I say what the NRL do better than... So the AFL have the gather round or whatever they do down there. I don't know if Nick's listening. I know he's an AFL fan. They have it all in one venue,
Yeah.
the NRL, whereas gather round is across
Yeah,
different
3 or 4,
venues.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
They
in
got one
Adelaide.
extra- yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I know gather round however long that's been around, but it's only been a couple of years. I have no idea.
Yeah.
No, that's not
So
the same.
It's
No,
not.
because even as a neutral fan like me, so I went on Friday, I went on Saturday. Admittedly, I never got to Sunday because I was just ruined. But I stuck around for, essentially, I watched 4 games that weren't my team, and had they been in different venues, I'm not travelling from Suncorp
course
to
not.
KO Stadium to watch
No.
the Dolphins.
No.
Oh yeah, imagine if you had to do that.
Yeah, but that's how they do it at the AFL.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, the Lions played. Sort of, it was outside Adelaide.
Yeah.
It was like a
Yeah, it's
drive.
the regional grounds. They
Yeah.
tend to, so it's more about you getting out to the community and the people, which is great. But when you compare it to Magic Round and Suncorp Stadium when it's packed and the perfect weather we had over the last couple of days, like it's
Perfect.
just there's no place better.
They need to get a musical act though, because like halftime,
Yeah.
pre-game one of them there was the Maori. They seemed like the Maori Manpower
Oh,
Magic
Saturday, yeah.
Maoris or whatever they
Yeah,
were.
it was
That was the weirdest thing I've ever
It
seen
was
in my
weird. Now, I
life.
feel it went on for about 5 minutes, and for 4 and change, the crowd wasn't sure what to do. And then at the end, they realised, oh, hang on, no, we're having a bit of fun with
Yeah.
this, And by that stage, it was done. And so it's a lot of DJ sort of stuff because there might be like
That's
10
fun.
minutes where they're trying. Yeah, the guys that they had up yesterday, they've been doing it for 3 or 4 years now, and they really keep it going because there's like 10 or 15-minute blocks where there's nothing going on. Myself as the MC, we're not doing anything, running any games, but the party keeps going. The lights are flashing, kids are getting up, and it's
Is it still you and Link doing the MC stuff?
not for the NRL stuff, no. So they had.
Is that old mate from you hear his voice? It reminds me. I don't like it because it reminds me of being at Homebush.
Oh, Steve
the
Allen.
guy-
Is Steve Allen does
Ladies
the
and
GA
gentlemen,
stuff.
welcome to Suncorp Stadium, ladies and gentlemen.
Broncos
That guy.
fans, make some noise for your team.
Mitch just did that exact thing in the elevator.
Make
That
some noise
exact
for your
line
team.
of mimicking
Me-
that guy. Remember?
Me and Mitch were texting about it during
Oh,
the game
right.
as well.
Because
He
he,
did
did
it.
he did it to the Roosters one. He did the thing. He's like, Roosters fans. I'm like, oh, he's actually specifying it for Buzz. Buzz
I
is
used to
gonna
work
love
with
this.
Steve Allen back in the day, and he's done it ever since I've known him for like 13 years. That's been his
Just
shtick for that
reminds
long.
me of Sydney.
Yeah.
And they play the Eminem. Do they do that? Dum, 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 dum,
Yeah. Yeah, throw
Which
that in.
reminds me of a Sydney State of Origin game.
Yeah. And I'm actually, well, they said to me on Friday when I rocked up, they were just, talking about the next couple of games. And they said, oh, do you want to do an Origin? I'm like, what? Like, do you want to come down and do an Origin? I'm like, yes, I would. And I would love that for the Sydney ones because I feel like up here, because it is NRL run, and look, God love the NRL, but it feels very neutral up here. When they obviously do for the Queenslanders, but there is just as much love for the Blues. It definitely is favoured to Queensland, I will say that, Buzz, but I've been to ones in Sydney where it's like Queensland aren't even there, and it's just like hardcore about the Blues stuff.
Exactly.
So
If
if I get to go down to Sydney and
The one in 2
represent,
weeks?
or Melbourne or wherever it might be.
What, like someone in a Blues jersey, probably old mate, and then you're in a Maroons jersey?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
That'd be unreal.
Fun.
So
You'll cop it.
Oh yeah, they'll put me in front of the Blutshies Blues.
Oh, I reckon they'll know.
They'll go. Oh, by the way, this guy his last name's
Just
Lewis.
in a Maroons jersey.
Oh,
Throw me
Maroons.
into the middle of
Yeah.
Blutshies Blues.
They
You'll
put
never
us
see me
for
again.
the footy show. They put me and Ash
Yeah.
in the Batchies Blues one.
In the middle of them.
In the middle, in Queensland gear. We were getting filmed for the footy show. It was unsafe. Someone threw a red wine at my head.
Really?
Like,
Was it
like-
unsafe?
It was
Serious?
pretty
Yeah.
unsafe.
At least it wouldn't stain the jersey. It's the same colour.
Because we were like the Queenslanders from the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like that dead set
That's
threw us
funny.
straight in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Thank God we were drunk.
Yeah.
I don't know how
had
we
to
would have got through it
No.
without it.
Our old producer Georgie, she was at the game. She loves her Manly, so she was at the game on Friday night against the Bronx, and she texted me beforehand and said, "Oh, where are you? Come see me." And I've texted her in the second half. I said, "Oh, I'm free now. Where are you?" She says, "The Manly stand." And I said, "Oh, I'll come around." She says, "Oh, I wouldn't. Not now. It's actually not safe." As a Manly fan, and she said,
Oh,
"It's
'cause-
mainly her brother."
yeah.
They
and he
got
was-
robbed.
Yeah, well,
Mainly my
maybe.
brother.
She's like, he is
My
like
brother might stab you.
obscene. She said, "Yeah, they were just laying it on thick to any Broncos fans that were around." She's like, "Actually, don't come around until post game."
I feel like this is a good forum just to say as well, just to kind of go back on the Origin. If you want to get involved and come to the Origin with us, State of Origin in Sydney, flights, accommodation, captains run tickets, which you can't buy.
That was
and-
the best last year. When
Oh,
we did
wasn't
that in
it?
Adelaide.
honestly, like just because we were on the ground,
Yep.
drinking and just watching them. It was no one else can do it.
I've
It's
got
actually
a question about that.
yeah.
Is it out at Homebush? The
It will
Captain's
be,
Run?
yeah.
And we're staying in the city.
Yeah,
We have to go to Homebush twice.
We have to go Homebush
know.
twice.
Mm.
From
Yeah.
the city, that's a long way.
yeah.
Okay.
Are you serious?
You want to
Come
Skype in,
on.
Suze,
You know
maybe?
Because in Adelaide, we were literally staying.
Yeah.
at
We
the
were staying
Yeah.
at the ground. I really enjoyed the Adelaide Captain's
are
Run. I
you
think
thi-
I've done it now.
Are you thinking? Yeah. Let's not go, but pretend we did.
But go to our Instagram, Ash Lutzy and
No,
Susie
I just
O'Neill,
enjoyed that. I'd prefer to go to the Captain's Run than no.
or the
Almost
Nova
a-
player,
almost actual game.
and register because we'll give that away on Friday.
Well, the Captain's Run was I could almost do that instead of the game.
Well, you said
Something
sexual.
sexual there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
You said sexual.
I would rather do the captain's run sexual.
It's a sexual game.
Yes.
I was just
Anyway.
Freudian
if
slip.
this
I'm
is a
sorry.
podcast, I go back and have a listen.
Yeah.
Go back 20 seconds.
And shout out to the Lions while we are wrapping up sport. 119-point win on the weekend, so one of the biggest of the year. They're 163 points, one short of where the
That's
Suns
good.
scored. Like I thought for sure they were going to bust
Were
that,
Richmond
but who would've
short?
thought?
What's going on?
Oh, shit, I don't know what's going on.
I thought they were good.
They couldn't kick a goal.
They
to
were
save
short.
themselves.
Yeah.
So,
Is Harry Sharp the kid? He seems like he's getting a run every week now. Our boy Harry
Is
Sharp.
he the Laurie's boy, the
Yeah.
kid? Oh, right.
I think he's getting a run. Great
Well
kid.
done.
And-
well done.
what's happening in the A-League, Buzz? Your Mariners are in the...
They're
Grand
throwing
final,
games.
baby.
Yep.
They're throwing games is what's going on
Yep.
in the A-League.
They are. You know what?
For 10 grand a pop.
What, they're throwing games?
That has
No,
not.
they're not throwing
Can you
games.
imagine if that was an NRL player? Then
This would be the
headlines
biggest,
he would get.
biggest story in the country. The cops have come in. They found that a game, like in the A-League, there was the captain. Was it the captain?
No, not captain, but a senior player.
One of the senior players.
Was the captain, like he's saying.
He was the captain. Yeah, I thought he was. One of the senior players
No.
got two of the juniors. Like one of them, some guy from New Zealand who's got like 4 games under his belt. So he got him on board, gave him 10 grand, and then somebody else gave him 10 grand to get yellow cards in the game, and then whoever the ringmaster was went and put a shitload of bets on, and the betting agency that took all the bets has actually rung the A-League and said there's something sus going on
Yeah, right.
on this game.
And they didn't get in.
And they got the cap.
evicted?
They got
been
this guy.
arrested.
He was the captain,
Oh.
wasn't he, Lockie?
Yeah, De Villa is his name.
Bad.
And
From Mexico.
yeah, Mexican guy.
Oh, you had to bring race into it, didn't you?
No, well, it was a South
It
American
makes more sense now.
betting ring.
Don't you
Yeah,
think?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, so that basically some officials in South America saw that over $200,000 was made off this one A-League game, and they're going, something seems a little bit sus here. And so they've
they
investigated.
were betting on the amount of yellow cards that would be
Yeah.
handed out in the game.
And so, if you look back at the footage, like the yellow cards that were issued were over like the silliest little foul, like De Villa just complaining over something until he got the yellow card. And you look at the stats from the games and the number of fouls to yellow cards, the ratio just completely blown out compared to every other team in the league. So
was it really obvious? Was that the Kiwi guy? I can't remember.
Where's
his
the
name.
footage? I want to see this.
Can
you send it? Yeah, that'd be really
I'll send it through to
So
you.
the ref wasn't in on it as well.
No, the refs weren't in
okay.
it. Basically, De Vere has gone to allegedly De Vere has gone to both Clayton Lewis and then Kieran Backus, who's the older brother of Keanu Backus, who's a Socceroo, and they basically tapped him on the shoulder and gone, "Hey, we can make some big money here as long as we get a number of yellow cards."
$10,000 though, that's not a lot.
Well, I don't know what their wages are, but
It's not to compromise potentially your entire career.
oh yeah, not
10
not
grand.
worth it, not worth it at all. And then you saw the SWAT team came and arrested them all.
Man, I felt like that was a bit much. I feel like that was a bit much.
It felt a little bit much, but
But
yeah,
not making massive headlines. Like,
No one's hearing about
if that was an NRL player,
Well,
I guarantee it'd
yeah.
be.
Oh,
There was
all
even
over the
a
paper.
junior tennis player in Brisbane that did that
Really?
a couple of years ago, and it was big news.
Yeah.
Do
Did
you
the
remember
SWAT
that?
team come in
And all
on
we
him?
had to do was lose a couple of games. It was the same thing, not even the whole match.
Because you can.
He's out of the sport.
I didn't
Yeah.
realise
That
you can
kid.
ring if you want to bet say that the yellow card thing. You can if you ring the betting agency, you can create a market for it. Like you can
Really?
say, "Can I get a bet on 2 yellow cards?" And they'll go, "Hang on a second." They go away and yeah, we'll give you $2.80 for that. Yeah, that was my mate did it this weekend. So whatever it was like a market that wasn't available, and
Your mate's not a New Zealand soccer player, is he?
Spend some time in Mexico.
Hey, good luck to the Mariners, by the way, playing the grand final this weekend against Melbourne Victory. My boys.